Yeah, London's not as bad as we thought. Like I said last week, was close to making the squad last week. Next couple of days, we'll tell on London again. He took a whack on his knee, and that's something we won't take a risk on. But obviously, he's got the internationals coming up as well, and London's keen to get us fit for that. So both him, Chris, who missed out as well, in a couple of days training, and the second half, obviously, he's back on the grass today, which is great. Jack Clark-Salter did 45, so he's back in contention. I think there's only Jimmy still as a long-termer that we can safely say is still out, So no, I'm pleased with where we are. Pleased with where we are as a squad. It's going to be needed because there's two big away trips coming up now, and we're going to be winning both of them. We believe we can win both again. Probably not, but you never know, and that's my honest answer. We'll see what we can do, but again, right player, right time, and definitely right price is something that we've got to have a look at QPR at the moment. So we're always looking, always got lists, always got we have a whole recruitment department with a lot of names and numbers on there, but let's say it's done a good bit of business. I think the 6 we've brought in so far, I think, are very good players, and with Smithy, and Sinclair's like a new signing, the way he is this season. So I'm really pleased where we are. Ryan Colley as well, making his debut, I think is lively. I think there's a future for him. So I'm quite pleased that I've had to, instead of just going out there and spending and getting the players in, or you might. I want to utilise what we've got here, and some of these younger players coming through, I think, is important. We're going to have to rely on this, and so yeah, Sinclair and Ryan, definitely two names that people wouldn't have thought would be too involved right now, but I think they're very involved and very good players.
How are you, mate?
Morning, there. You okay?
Not bad, thanks, mate. Just how's Sam Field, Gareth? I mean, you got a nasty one on Saturday.
Yeah, Ian. So Sam had a historic injury to a knee, and I think he did a block tackle, a hell of a tackle, by the way, and a typical Sam Field tackle, shall we say? And I think he was worried. I think he played 90 minutes against Norwich as well midweek, which he wasn't really down to do, but one or two of the other players cramped up, and we had to rotate things. But Sam had he had sort of a tweak of a knee, and I think it was more Sam being sensible, precautionary, coming off, but he's fine. I've been told he's training today. Obviously it's early, so I'll find out, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be fine for Saturday. Yeah, it was just I think the impact, and as well as the impact, he got a whack on his head. There was no concussion involved, but I think he was just bloody dazed at the time, and yeah, I think he made the decision himself, saying, "Gaff, I just want to come off. I'm just a bit worried. I've done something here." But after tests and everything, I think he was absolutely fine. So no, I'm looking forward to Sam being involved. He's a hell of a player for this club, and I think he's got a, if a fit Sam Field gets in my team every day, he's a good player.
Yeah, just with Sinclair as well. I mean, obviously he's the 2 games he started, he's been outstanding. But when he's come off, the other team sort of got a foothold back in the game. I mean, that's fair against Cardiff. You were the better team for 75 minutes, and then they sort of finished with a strong late on. And then against Ipswich, when Sinclair went off, Ipswich sort of, if you look, maybe sort of took over the game a little bit. I mean, is that something that concerns you a little bit, that he's not quite ready enough to do a full 90 minutes yet, and B, just when he goes off, the options sort of going forward kind of look a little bit more reduced?
Yeah, I agree totally with you. And I think with Lyndon being out at the moment as well, that hurts us. I think at Cardiff, we probably had that threat of a counter-attack with Lyndon. Cardiff definitely took the kitchen sink at us and got better, but totally agree on the Ipswich game. I thought Ipswich it was almost a relief for Ipswich that he went off, and I think that we've got to have a look at that, and maybe find someone who can replace him, because as you say, he's young, he's still not built up his speed, endurance, that we're working on it, believe me. But historically last year, Sinclair got so many little tweaks on his hamstrings, and that it's something we don't want any more of, you know. So we're really looking after him, and the fitness team will get on that. He needs, you know, I want him to do 90 ultimately, but at the moment he's blowing about 70, you know, and we've got to have a look at that. But yeah, it's probably Lyndon being a little bit of you know, the injury that Lyndon's got, missing the last game. I think Lyndon would have been an ideal either replacement or change of position where he could have gone. So there is people in the building, but totally agree, mate. Sinclair's the focal point at the moment. Everything's about him. So when he's not in the team, people definitely do have a look at that. But no, it's a good point. Good point. And the last two games, the goals have been light against us, and we've got to have a look at that as well.
Just with, I mean, I know your hands are tied a little bit with what you can do in the market, but I mean, just in striking terms, it's a big ask. Lyndon's knee problem and sort of had injury problems last year, and you know, Ryan Coley's hugely inexperienced, and obviously Sinclair's not played many games. I mean, is there any option just to kind of bolster those? Just a bench option, someone off the bench that you can bring in that can just add to those striking, because it's you know, a long season and injuries happen.
There's a long one, mate. Let's say it's going to be difficult, but I'm always looking. You know, I can't really say much more than that, mate. You know, obviously I want brilliant players at this club and try and get as many as I can. But I also know it's going to be difficult to do that. So we've got to have a look at some of these youngsters and bring them through. And if that's what we've got to do, that's what we've got to do. You know, like you say, Ryan is inexperienced, but the only way to get better is with experience. And hopefully Lyndon will be fit for Saturday. So we'll have the options. You know, we still have. You know, Paul Smith can play out there, Chris Willock, Ilias can, all great forward options. It's just probably that focal point, that striker that we rely on quite a bit. But no, it's something I'm definitely trying to work on. But obviously we all know that it's tough to bring those strikers in. They're the expensive ones, aren't they?